Hello, hello.
Hello.
Mass Effect back in effect. So this time we're going to talk about celebrities and their contributions to society. Is it a good thing? Is it really a good thing? Or is it something that they're doing just to write off tax or some other nefarious reason that we're not quite sure of? So I got my girl Jovetta here with me again. This is Mass Effect. Our thing is we're going to run down some names and some people, and you might agree, you might not agree, but this is Mass Effect. Basically talking about the effect that's had on the masses, or the masses and the effect that they make on others.
I think it's always a good idea to use your celebrity to influence change. So, but it's never a good idea to be a fake political person, or using your celebrity to pretend like you're influencing change, but you're really trying to use it as a tax write-off. That's never good, because people out here need change, and if you're trying to use it as a tax write-off, that's a bit selfish. But if you have a platform to make some kind of political change, I think that it is a very good thing to do. It shows a lot in a person's personality.
So one of my favorites is Paul Robeson.
Okay.
Paul Robeson, the athlete. From Brooklyn? Brooklyn is the planet. There's a theater. Wow. There's a theater. It's called the Paul Robeson Theater. I think it's still on DeKalb Avenue.
Right. On DeKalb.
Okay. But a lot of young people don't know who he is, and they really should. Yeah. But once upon a time, in the early 1900s, before 1950, there was a brother who was very successful, first as an athlete. Now you got to remember, it's not even a decade out of slavery, and he's busting down barriers as a professional athlete. And then he decides, you know what, I can also act. And then he starts acting. Then they say, y'all think that's something? I can sing. So he had this baritone voice, and he was doing opera and such things. But he also had this heart that said, something's not right with the way this country.
And I have to do something to change it. Because I am in a position to do something to change it.
Josephine Baker was another one who risked her career.
That's a person who, that's a woman after my own heart. It's like, no, I'm not having any of this. And guess what? I'm going to show you. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to walk the walk. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not having it. I'm going to be about that business of not having it. Eartha Kitt.
Eartha Kitt. Tell us what Eartha Kitt did. Besides be the first black Catwoman.
She spoke against...
On Batman.
Don't make me lie. She spoke against a president. And, she was blackballed. She was... she couldn't perform anymore.
We're going to go back in time, but you brought me to Danny Glover, who spoke up a lot against George Bush and his policies. And if you guys didn't notice, he was in Lethal Weapon and all these things. And people go, what happened to Danny Glover? Yeah, well, he got blackballed.
Spoke against George Bush.
Objectively, I could say, it's not objectively because I'm a big fan of his, J. Cole is the kind of activism in especially hip-hop music that we need to see more of. Not only is he a lyrical activist, meaning that his words actually inspire and are commercially successful. Those are two different things now. You got to understand, we've always had activists in hip-hop. If you want to look at KRS-One, if you want to look at Brother J from X-Clan, if you want to look at Chuck D, the Rhyme Animal, if you want to go back to that, they were always, at that point, we were always dropping jewels. I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, I didn't know anything about Sun City. I didn't know anything about South Africa until I heard about it on a hip-hop record. So, Jovetta, anything you want to tell these people on the way out about being an activist? I mean, the mass effect of the words and the power and the actions of celebrities and how they affect the masses.
On a celebrity level, I think, in my opinion, it is a part of your responsibility to be an activist on some level. Because it's not everybody's personality to be out there, rah, 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 rah. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I think it's a social responsibility to be an activist on some level. And to us regular folks, I think that, you know, you need to stand for something and be an activist about something. You don't just want to, you know, kind of shuffle right along and let people tell you what's good for you or not. Think for yourself and say, is this beneficial for me? Is this not beneficial for me? And be an activist about injustice. I think that's very important, to be an activist about injustice.
Activate your mind. Mass Effect, we out.